Hello, my name is Kate Applebee. My pronouns are she and hers. I am the teacher librarian at Grand Terrace High School in Southern California. This is my 5th year as a teacher librarian, but my 19th year in public education.
Hello, I would like to introduce myself. I am Alexis HaleyBrown. I am an adult services librarian for the Hennepin County Library System in Minnesota.
Hi, my name is Nicollette Davis, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. I am based in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I am an assistant librarian at Louisiana State University, where I'm relatively new. I'm a new academic librarian. My subjects are kinesiology, social work, and health sciences. And prior to being an academic librarian, I was a public librarian for 3 years.
Hello, my name is Simone Williams, and I am an assistant professor and the diversity and engagement librarian at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. In my section of the video, I will be discussing the recommendations that Group D made to improve or to create an onboarding process for BCALA.
BCALA is interested in gathering membership data to create a more effective onboarding process for new and current members. The emerging leaders developed a survey instrument and analyzed the results from this survey to assess BCALA's onboarding process. The emerging leaders were also tasked with providing recommendations based on survey results to identify where BCALA can improve onboarding and identify factors that are impacting onboarding.
The purpose of our survey was to gather data regarding the onboarding process from current Black Caucus of the American Library Association members. The survey allowed our team to gather information regarding ways to better improve the onboarding process for new members. We looked at areas of what is not working, what is currently working with the onboarding process, identifying areas which the Black Caucus leadership could improve, and identifying factors that are impacting the onboarding process that the current leadership may have not known about.
We created our survey using Google Forms and distributed it in 2 phases in May 2023. At the beginning of May, the survey was sent only to BCALA leadership to test its feasibility and to gain feedback for revision. Data from this first distribution was not included in our results. In the middle of May, the survey was sent to the BCALA email listserv. The survey consisted of 13 questions, including a mix of multiple choice, close-ended, open-ended, and Likert scale questions. The 13 questions were organized into 3 sections: demographics, BCALA membership, and onboarding. The 4 demographics questions provided us with the respondents' age ranges, number of years they've been members of BCALA, their role in the library information services world, and their general location. The 5 BCALA membership questions provided further information about their membership, such as when respondents became members, if they have attended meetings, how they stay connected with the organization, when they first heard about BCALA, and why they first joined. The 4 onboarding questions dug deeper into the respondents' experience with their BCALA onboarding. They were asked if their onboarding experience was formal or informal, how satisfied they were with their onboarding experience, what effect their onboarding experience has had on how active they are in BCALA, and what they would like to see in a future onboarding process. 203 BCALA members responded to the survey, and their responses informed our recommendations.
Now I will discuss the recommendations that Group D made to improve BCALA's onboarding process. Given the depth and breadth of feedback from BCALA membership, it is evident that members are seeking a more immersive and not illusory onboarding experience that reflects not only their values, but also reflects BCALA's mission and values. Therefore, the emerging leaders recommend that BCALA strongly consider the recommendations made by survey participants to create or strengthen its onboarding process. This is not only to attract new members to the organization, but to also keep its current members engaged and active. Our key recommendations would be that BCALA BCALA firstly developed a framework to formalize the onboarding process, since so many respondents replied that they never received onboarding from the organization, or if they did receive onboarding, it was informal. It is important that developing this framework is inclusive and that new members are actively involved in creating it. Older members can also contribute to this process by providing knowledge or input of what their formal onboarding experience was and what it looked like. And based on the recommendations from the survey participants, this onboarding framework should include new member orientation or meet and greet, a formal introduction to the organization and its membership, collaboration between older and newer members, better communication between leadership and members, and an introduction to professional development and other opportunities that extend beyond the initial onboarding process or continual and persistent outreach. We also suggest that BCALA expand our survey instrument to follow up with members once this framework is implemented to see if this framework is feasible and what further recommendations or improvements are needed. They can also use this data to connect with the rest of their organizational performance metrics and compare it to see how the onboarding process is working.